Hi, you guys. Good morning. Let's talk again. I just wanted to share you some, like a conversation that I had with my child yesterday. Well, we always have this conversation. I just wanted to talk about his moving out, coming up soon. He will be moving out after graduation in high school because our plan doesn't really have to do that right away because our plan was like for him to stay with us until he finishes college and then until he graduated and get a job and financially establish first before he move out on his own. But then unfortunately there is no courses for him in our area. The college school in this area, it would be like the one that's available is 1 hour, over 1 hour away from where we at right now. So it will be like hard for him to be driving like 1 hour and 30 minutes to go there and then back and forth every day. So that's why we're thinking that what if we just send him to that area and then let him start to live on his own, find an apartment for him, so that way he can start living on his own, you know early. Yes, he's 18 now. He just turned 18 this month. And so yeah, and that's what else, and so that he can get out right away from our house, you know. I know we don't want to do that mostly when he's not ready yet, but when is he gonna be ready, right? He still have to learn how to live on his own no matter what. So we were thinking that he's gonna learn somehow, he has to learn somehow. So I know he's afraid. He was terrified, and I'm terrified too. We are terrified also. Who's not, right? As a parents, we love our children and we want them to success in life. And so moving out is our biggest fear, right? I think in most every parents, right? So yeah, we were terrified. He's more than terrified because he was worried a lot. I know he always telling me that he was uh, going to move out when he was like even younger age. He was like in his first grade and he was talking already about moving out. I don't know when did he learn from that, but we never taught him about that. But since he was first grade, he always telling me that one day, mom, I'm gonna move out and live on my own, and you're gonna be, just you in here and dad, and then me, it's just gonna be by myself. So yeah, I turned 18, I'm gonna move out. And I was like, how are you gonna move out? Are you ready? And he was like, well, I'm gonna have to because, yeah, that's the right thing to do. That's what he said. And now that the times comes, and he is now already 18, and I know I had been worried ever since when he was little until now. I was always worried all the time what he gonna do or what happened to him when he start living on his own. Is he gonna make it? What if he didn't make it? What if I have so much worries in my mind, and I know he thinks the same, even though I didn't tell him that I'm worried. But later on, I told him that, like the other day, that I was worried about him a lot. I was worried about him, moving on his own and living in his own. And so he was worried about, like, mom, what if I fail in this, in this life? Or what if I fail living on my own? What if I fail, paying my own bills and, don't doing my own responsibilities, I'm I'm terrified about that. And I told him, Why are you thinking about being doomed already when you haven't even started yet? Change that thought and think of it this way, that you're gonna be successful one day, that you're gonna make it. If think about this, like any other people that they just started with their life and they make it. Even me, I make it. I started, living on my own. I have nothing. I was like zero financial, but I started, you know, and I made it. And I know you can too. You're gonna make it. Don't be afraid. So as long as you have a job, I keep telling him, that's why you're going to school to prepare, to help you. So that way, that school will give you a first step to get into the field. And then, you're gonna go to uh, school, and then once you graduated, well, you can do that at the same time too. You can work, and you can go to school and then work, because when you're going to school, you're not going to go to school 5 days a week. If I'm not mistaken, you can only go to school for 3 days in a week, and then in that 3 days you're just going to go 4 hours in each day of three. So the rest of the day you can use that to go to work. You can do that, so that way by the time you finish your schooling and looking for a job, at least it will help you to build up your financial. And that's what I keep trying to tell him. So, and once you did that, this is the key. You go to, you finish your school, right? And then you go find a job, get a job, and then once you get a job, you save money, you start saving money, pay your bills, and then spend only what you need to be spending, only important things. And then if you have other extra money, then yeah, you can use it to spend on your own personal thing if you want to buy something. But make sure you pay your own thing. But make sure you pay your bills first. That's what most important. And then you save money, like I said, and then you put money on your retirement, so that way, when you get older, at least, you're not gonna struggle, because you will have your retirement and your savings. That will help you a lot when you get older. And that's what important things to do in life, that you have to prepare your future now. So that way when you get older, then you're already ready. And that was the biggest mistake for most of the other people, mostly in the Philippines. They didn't prepare their future when they get older. That's why they can't support themselves. So it's not gonna happen to you. I mean, not just only in the Philippines. I know some other people here too. They didn't do that. That's their biggest mistakes. And then I'm telling you this so that you can avoid that mistakes. And he was like, well, yeah, I know, but I'm still worried. What if I can't pay my own bills? What if I'm late with my bills? And then I told him, don't worry, it's easy. You're gonna pay your bills through online. For instance, you're gonna pay your rent, you're gonna pay that online. Your electric bill, water bill, phone bill, they're all online. And then he's also afraid to use his credit card. He was like, what if I get, like I get in debt, and I don't want that. And I told him, you're not gonna get in debt if you are just gonna use that just to pay bills, and like what else? Like, yeah, all the bills, like I told you, and to pay gas, and to buy groceries. Yes. And then I will help you how to set up your online bills. I'll help you. If you have any questions that you needed to know, you can always ask me. You can always call me or send me a text message if I don't call back. Yes. Because as soon as I see your text message, then, I will call you. Don't be afraid to ask me any question. That's what I told him before. And yeah, he's so worried. So he will be graduating this May, and then the class, his college will start right away too in May. So we have to enroll him right away, and then we're gonna find him an apartment. So I'm worried too. Every day of my life, I'm always worried, and that's for every parents, right? Every parents are always worried to their children when they start living on their own, and that's me too. I'm worried. I can't help it. He can't help it too. So I know this will be a big adjustment for him and for me too, because yeah, I already know this, that this gonna happen. That one day he's gonna live on his own. He's gonna move out and live on his own. I know this. I already expected this to happen, but still, I'm still worried. And him, same thing. Also, he's also worried. And I told him that's why you gotta do this, and that's why we're trying to push him to get his driver's license, you know, right away, because 3 months is coming up and it's gonna be there soon. So yeah, hopefully he learn how to. I mean, he already know how to drive, but he haven't drive uh on his own yet. He's always have us all the time when he's always driving. Hopefully, when he gets his driver's license, then he can start driving. Of course, I'm worried that too when he start driving on his own, because God, I'm always scared about that. But I'm gonna have to break this fear too. And then, yeah, it was like, yeah, we're talking about this, and I keep giving him a lot of motivation, and I keep trying to encourage him to do the right thing. And yeah, I hope he listens, although he's so afraid. He don't have a big confidence in his, but hopefully, it will build up one day. Yeah, that's why I only have one child, because I don't think I can bear the having to handle, so much worried. Imagine if I have like 9 children, I have to worry all that. God is gonna kill me. So, like, I can't. Of course, I love my child, but even if I have a lot of children, I will love them too. But of course, the fear and the worries that you're gonna bear is so intense, and I don't think I'm prepared for that. One is enough for me to bear, but nine, oh my God, I don't think I can handle that. One is like almost already, giving me like a heart attack thinking about it. But I just keep praying and trying to calm myself down. And I keep telling to myself that he can do it. He's gonna make it. If I did it, he's gonna did it too. So that's it. Bye.